We'll start seated on the ground today, and we'll just move the spine a little bit while in the seated position. Now, when we get up into the surya-namaskars, we'll just do namaskar one, that's it. But we'll change things by increasing the cobras at certain times or maybe throwing in a locust here and there. So, when it comes to the cobra or the back bend part of the sun salutation, don't move too fast, just pay a little extra attention. We're changing the posture every single time and we're holding it for a couple of seconds, not too much. Let's start seated. Simple cross legs, right leg in front. Seated absolutely straight. Just taking a few seconds to calm down over here. And let's begin. Left hand on the ground. So that's your right leg in front. Left hand on the ground beside your hip. Inhale, right arm straight up. And exhale a little bit of a curve to the left. Now it's just the beginning of class, so don't do these too strong. Top arm absolutely straight and curve as less as you like. Beautiful. Inhale back up, hands down. Now, slight change. Left arm up, breathe in, breathe out. Left hand on right knee, right hand behind you, twisting towards the right. Inhale back to the center. Both arms straight up. Look up towards your thumbs or your fingers. And on the exhale, lean forward just about halfway. No more than that. Just halfway is good enough. As long as you've got one straight line from your hands to your hips, you're doing okay. Inhale back up, hands down. Now, hands a little behind, a little away from the hips. Inhale, chest and shoulders open. Exhale, lift up your hips. Remember, you're not picking your knees up. So your knees are still pushing down towards your feet and towards the floor. Release. Change across the legs. Left leg in front. Right hand on the ground beside the hips. Left arm up. And curving a little to the right. So it's a sideways bend to the right. Very relaxed, nothing too much. You're still looking forward. Do not drop your head down. Inhale back up to the center, hands down. Now going in for the twist. Inhale, right arm up. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind you, twisting to the left. Return to center. Inhale, both arms reaching up. Maybe looking up, that might actually help. And exhale, leaning forward in a straight line, just about halfway or even less. Inhale back up, hands down and hands a little away. Breathe in, chest open, breathe out, hips up. And release down. All right, similar but not the same. On your knees. So seated with your hips on your heels. Now, if you don't like this, if your knees don't like this, you can just go back to cross legs. Doesn't really matter. The important thing is to not damage your knees or to hurt your knees anymore. So if you have an injury, choose another option. Left hand on the ground, right arm straight up. Breathe in. Breathe out, curving to the left. Inhale, back up, down. Left arm up, inhale. Twisting to the right. So left hand on right thigh, right hand behind you, turn. Return to center. Both arms up. Now, careful here, you want to ensure that your hips stay on your heels. So, as less as you like. Exhale, leaning forward. So, try not to let your hips rise off the heels as far as possible. Keep your butt down. Inhale, back up, hands down. Now, if you're doing the cross legs, all you'll do is the hip lift, just like the previous cycle. But if you're on your knees, come on up and arms straight up. That's it. Now, over here, you're tucking your tail in, so you're trying not to pop the bum out like that. Tail tucked in, really reaching up for the ceiling. Beautiful, down. And let's repeat the same cycle on the other side. Right hand on the ground, left arm up. A slight curve to the right. Inhale, back up, down. Right arm up, breathe in. Exhale, going for the twist. Left hand behind you, turn. Back to the center. Inhale, arms up. And a tiny lean forward with your hips on your heels. Breathe in, come back to center, hands down. So once again, if you're in cross legs, you're just doing the hip lift. Otherwise, if you're on your knees, come on up and then arms up, ensuring that you're not sticking the bottom out. Really reach up for the ceiling, almost like you were hanging on a bar. Very tall. And down, release. Okay, now again, very similar, but this time with your legs out in front of you. So this is going to change things quite a bit. Legs out in front of you. Absolutely straight, sitting in Dandasana. Now try not to lean back. If your hammies are tight and you find that you're leaning back, then the best thing you can do for yourself is just bend the knees a little bit. But the important thing over here is to keep the spine absolutely vertical. Yeah? So no leaning back and no slouching. If you have to bend your knees, go for it. Otherwise, straight legs, left hand on the ground, right arm up. Exhale, curving to the left. Inhale back up, hands down, knees slightly bent. Inhale, left arm up and twist to the right. Keep your knees together, keep your feet together. Do not let your knees pop out to the sides. Keep everything together. Breathing in, return to center. Straight legs again, if possible, of course. Inhale, arms straight up. Really reach up for the ceiling. If your hammies are still feeling tight, you're welcome to have bent knees, but otherwise, straight legs. Beautiful. Down. And here's the final one. Knees slightly bent. We're going into an easy reverse plank. Hands behind you. Inhale, chest open. Exhale, hips up. And remember, it's a flat tummy. Do not push your belly up to the ceiling. Down. Straight legs. Right hand beside you. Left arm straight up. Exhale, curving to the right with your torso, using the right hand for support. And the top arm is absolutely straight. Try not to lean behind. Inhale back up, hands down. Knees slightly bent, right arm up. Exhale, twisting over to the left. Return to center. Straight legs if possible. Inhale, arms up. Flat feet. We're not pointing the feet. We're keeping them flat like you're standing on a wall. Relax. Knees bent. Feet flat on the ground, slightly apart. Feet slightly apart. Hands behind your hips, breathing in, chest open, breathing out, hips up. And remember, flat tummy. Do not bloat your belly. and down. And that's it. So that was our seated prep. And now we're going to surya-namaskars, but we will change the cobra and we will do a different variation every time. Sometimes we might even do a locust. So there's a fair few of these coming in. Otherwise, it's a very sort of slow moving Surya Namaskar. Don't try and do it too fast. And like I just said, when it comes to the Cobra part of it, ease out a little bit and wait for the instruction because it's going to change every time. Come on up. Front of the mat. Standing tall, feet together, palms together. Release. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward bend. You're welcome to bend your knees. Left leg all the way back, knee touching the ground. Into your plank, straight line. Down to the ground, knees, chest, and chin. Flat on the floor, and then come up into an easy cobra with your forearms to the ground. That's it. Move your elbows outward, hands near your chest, and push back into a down dog. Left foot all the way forward, right knee touch. Stepping together into a forward bend, and inhale, up and back. Straighten, release. Continue, inhale up, exhale down, right leg back, plank, 8-pointed salute, flat on the ground, starting with your forearms down again, but this time supported cobra, straight arms. Elbows down, elbows out, hands near your chest, downward facing dog. Right foot forward, left knee touch. Forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. Inhale up, folding over, left leg back, plank, knees, chest, chin, flat on the ground. Now this one's slightly different. Feet stuck together, kneecaps off. Inhale, chest up without pushing, without using your hands, without using your arms. So you're touching the ground, but you're not pushing. Relax. Downward facing dog, hips back. Left forward, right knee touch. Forward bend, folding over, breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. Inhale up, forward bend down, right leg back, plank, 8-pointed salute, Flat on the ground. Keep your hands near your chest, feet stuck together, kneecaps off. Inhale, chest up first, and then a tiny bit of a push through your arms. Very tiny. It's about 10-20%. That much effort, no more. Feet together and relax. Down dog. Right leg all the way forward. Forward bend. Breathing in, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. Now, because of the build up that we're doing, maybe from now on you can try something else. And that is when you go arms up and back, maybe you can go a little deeper. All right. But remember, with that, you got to be a little careful. You got to be a little critical. You don't want to go so far back that you hurt yourself or you lose balance. Okay. So, but we will try to go a little further back than usual. And a really good idea is maybe to go further back only on one of those arms up positions. So whether you like to do it both times at the beginning and at the end, or you like to do it only at the beginning, only at the end, entirely up to you. Feet together, palms together, and let's do a few more. Release, inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward and down. Left leg all the way back, knee touch. Plank, straight line. Down to the ground. Flat on the floor, feet slightly apart. Take your hands beside your face and try and straighten your arms if you can. So supported cobra, but not too easy. Beautiful release. Go down, hands near your chest, that's really important, and then push into a down dog. Left foot all the way forward. Right foot stepping together, folding over, and breathing in, up and behind. Straight, strong legs. Straighten, release. Continue up. Exhale down. Right leg back. Plank to the ground. Flat on the floor, feet slightly apart. And this time, hands near your chest. If you can, straight arms. If you can't, that's okay. Try not to lift your pelvis off the ground. Beautiful release. Downward facing dog. Right foot all the way forward. Forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. Now we change things a little bit. We do a few locusts instead of the cobras. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left leg back, knee touch. Plank, straight line. Down to the mat. Flat on the ground. Hands pointing behind with the back of the palms touching the ground. Inhale, chest up, shoulders up, legs up. Locust. You don't have to go too high. Release. Hands near your chest, pushing back into down dog. Left foot forward, breathing in, breathing out, forward bend. Inhale, up and behind. Straighten, let it go. Continue up, forward bend down, right leg back, plank to the ground, flat on the floor, hands near your lower ribs, somewhere in the same position as an upward dog. So, hand near your lower ribs. Inhale, chest up, head up, legs up, elbows pointing behind. Just a locust. We're not doing a cobra. If you like, you can separate your feet, but if possible, feet together. You don't have to go too high. Release. Down dog. Right leg forward. Low lunge. Left leg forward. Forward bend. Inhale. Up and behind. Straighten and let it go. Lie down. Both legs absolutely straight. Fingers interlocked. Right knee up. Rounded back, head to knee, but then release your arms, point them forward, and try to keep touching your knee. Release. Fingers interlocked, left knee up, rounded back. Release your hands, try to keep touching. Down. Both knees up, full grab, head to knees, and try to maintain that position, arms forward. Release your hands. And down. Cross your shins, hold on to the feet, and roll up into a seated position for the last part of today's class. Now, all we do is a few simple twists, once again, just to release the lower back. But the difference is that this time when you twist, you'll do a counter twist, all right, in the neck, which means, let me just show you as an example. So let's say you've gone here. After you've turned completely, you will turn your head forward again. All right, so a bit of a counter twist in the neck. Now, don't force it. If you can't look all the way forward, that's fine. Maybe you just end up looking to the side or slightly diagonal. All okay. Don't worry about that. Let's start. And here's your final posture. Left leg straight, right knee bent, but we're not crossing over. Now we're finishing with an inward twist, which means you will not cross opposite, you will cross onto the same side. So really simple, but you can make it as strong as possible. Fine. Left leg straight, right knee bent. Make sure you're sitting really tall, no slouching. Absolutely tall. Legs up. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, crossing inside thigh. Left hand behind you. Turn as much as possible. And then finally, head facing forward again. without messing around with the turn of the shoulders. When you turn your head forward, your body stays exactly where it was. Neutral neck first, look to the side, and then release the twist. Right leg straight, left knee bent. Sit tall. Breathing in, left arm up. Breathing out, inward cross, right hand behind. Turn, turn, turn. And then slow, head facing forward again. Reverse twist in the neck. Neutral neck. Inhale, untwist. And that's it. Straight legs. Lie down. Slow, move your fingers, wiggle your toes, and then bend your knees and drop down to the side. Using your top hand, push into the ground. Come on back up into a seated position. Any position you like, simple cross legs on your knees, sitting on a block, whatever works for you. Absolutely straight back. Gentle touch of the palms to each other. Breathe in and a bow.